All right, let's continue on, though. We do have the 7th overall pick as well as the Capitals. Jesus Christ, Reed Gomez. Okay. His point total was good. We did see that there were some players available that are probably worth taking here. The next pick where someone would want to trade is 12th. So pretty much these top options, we got to get it right. There's Kostopoulos, who in theory is good. These are not confirmed. NHL ready. He's a right defender, by the way, which we so desperately need, even though he's a left-handed shot. Him being a left-handed shot sucks. Amir Pan is also a righty defender. Again, attributes not the worst. Subban comparison. There's no fucking way a defenseman has crease crasher. Let's be honest. There's another left defender in Rory Quint, whose grades also look half decent. He is 1 year away, though, with no contest and shutdown. Yeah, Reaver, it does give them the 1T, but at the same time, power play-wise, you still need right-handed shots. So unless that left defender is a righty and the right defender is a lefty, there's still a shortage. All right, well, I certainly trust Pan as being NHL ready. Kostopoulos is only at 3 out of 4. Quincy, you're out. We're going to rule out Rory Quint for the moment. Thomas Fisher, gigantic left defender. Gigantic. Grades suck. 2 years out. Yeah, you're not him. And Karl Honsick, another right defender. Also left-handed. Fuck me. 2 years out with some abilities. And then there's a right wing, Aino Salo. All right. I think I know who we're going for here. Oh, and it's either Peter Pan or we risk it for Kostopoulos. Or we risk it for Kostopoulos. Again, Kostopoulos isn't confirmed NHL ready, but Jesus, if this guy isn't actually a beast, I'll be upset. 2 A minuses. Pan has an A minus and an outright B rating. I think we got to risk it for Brandon Kostopoulos. Let's do it. I hope to God you're half decent. Hope to God you're half decent. Kostopoulos is our guy. Well, he is only a medium 4, but he is an 80 overall at 18 years old with thunderclap and back at you. It's one of the more interesting players I think I've ever seen. But welcome in Brandon Kostopoulos. Not bad at all. I mean, Jesus Christ, Washington. How foolish must you feel? So Pan, Quint, Fisher, Honsick. We'll see if anyone's available at 12. The Ducks take D'Amour. Who, is pretty good. Our scouts did not tell us he was going to be that good. Still probably would have gone for the defender. Pan was also about the same. Had magnetic. This is a really weird crop of secondary talent. Quint is off the board with no contest and shutdown. And Vegas at 11 take Pohl. Jurgen Pohl. Which means at 12, there was still one of those guys left. 2 of those guys. It was Fisher and Honsick. Gotta be honest, I mean, they have abilities, but they're gonna be like 68s. That dude's gonna be like a 65. Gologoski, I don't know if I'm feeling trading up for any more of them. Cheverie's not gonna be that bad. For most of these guys, it's well, they won't be that bad. There is this goalie, though, Nicholas Eriksson. We're not missing out on that guy at 24. I think he's the target. So yeah, I'm willing to risk missing out on some of these guys. Okay, in theory that sucks, but it doesn't because he has skilled up And the AI do not do lacrosse moves. So that's not a big deal at all. It would have been nice to end up with the gold X Factor just for the value. But again, our scouts didn't really let us know. Mr. Webster.
Jeez, highly unnecessary.
How's Dallas? I heard it's a great place. You just find popcorn all over the place. Let's see. Fisher was a 69 medium top 4. No contest and truculence. Again, is that worth trading up for? Like, if you look at the value of the 14th pick, a medium top 6 with silvers is not going to be worth that value bar. It's simply not. Danny, I hope you're doing well, though, buddy. And, hey, Stanley Cup final coming up. I'll have to get you. We will have to get you back on the podcast. I want to know what it's like to cover. I want to know what it's like to cover a playoff run like this, because damn. I know Salo had all alone. Again, these guys aren't inherently bad. They're fine. It's just asset value. Was it worth trading up? And the answer is no. Even if they're half decent, the answer is no. We're going to trade up, though, with New Jersey, because this is worth it. Thought you'd say, let's have to cover a gong show of Game 3. Well, that'll be the focus. That'll be the focus. Believe you me. All right, hate to say it, Taro Kiiskanen. Did we end up beating Ottawa last night? We did! Thank you for the primer. Appreciate it. And then we lost to Pittsburgh in Game 7 in the conference final. Cried myself to sleep. It was terrible. Was terrible. All right. What if we use a late third and Taro Kiiskanen? Apparently they'd be over the cap. Give me Ustorf. All right, New Jersey. You're going to screw me over here, aren't you? What about Tristan Lennox? Oh, New Jersey, New Jersey. I mean, the solution is to just not use Taro Kiiskanen, or we could take Dawson Mercer and Nico Hischier away. There we go, Kirill Marchenko. Let's bring him back for a cup of coffee. And let's keep using third rounders. It's absurd how many freaking third rounders we ended up with. Let's keep using draft picks. There we go. Done and dusted. Thank you very much, New Jersey, for this pick. And we proudly select from HV71, Nicholas Eriksson. Nicholas, please be as good as I think you're going to be. Okay, at least has Contortionist. Contortionist, no timer dialed in. Not bad at all. A goaltender worthy of a first-round pick, maybe?
I'm just trying to walk.
Maybe not. Artie, thank you for the follow. He's okay. He's okay. There is Rathje as well, who, not at the 59. He's younger, though. He can develop. Not the worst pick in the world. Ooh, Chance. Pick number 35. Screw going after Rathje. We're looking at pick 35. Let's sim to the next round. And let's look at the Schvill. The Schvill of Nash. I will give you the 52nd pick. And a fourth rounder. 57th pick and 2 fourth rounders. Thank you. All right, Washington, are you going to screw me here? Nope, you took Geralt. So we will go for the man, the myth, the legend, Mateo Shantz. Mateo, how good are you? Aha. Okay. Andy has no contest. Neat. Where was this in Goon Squad? No kidding. For the record, that other goalie was also a medium elite at 57. No abilities. Yeah, we're going to have some new players on the team this year. 78 face-off rating, which isn't that bad. We're going to have some new players on the team this year. Our next target could be Elijah Ritu. 3 years out. It's a risk of him being a medium elite. It is. There's Alvin Harrington. 3 years out. He's also a bit of a risk just because you know he's going to be like mid-60 for overall. And then we get to the low elites. Jonathan Holmes. Walker Peterson. I mean, these guys are typically... Hello! Callie Peterson, 51st. That is the target. Ritu, Harrington, they're not bad. But Callie Peterson at 51st. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go with that pick here from Los Angeles. I am going to want that pick. I know we have 54 as well. I want a couple of picks. About a second and a third. Done deal. Cool. All right. So the pick 47. There is Harrington. There is Ritu. Harrington wouldn't have been worth trading up to get. He's fine. Ritu, same thing. They're both fine players. We're aiming for higher than that. Our scouts didn't tell us about that one. So case in point, we don't get every great steal. Florida Panthers land Trevor Bolt. We don't get every steal. Would have been nice to end up with that guy, to be honest, but it is what it is. Bolt goes to the wrong Florida team. Callie Pedersen is the pick. And then we'll see what we do about Holmes or Peterson, especially given the lack of abilities. But yeah, Callie Pedersen is the guy. 74 low elite. Jesus. Third eye, tape to tape, quick draw, ankle breaker, puck on a string. This draft has been stupid so far. This might be the highest quality draft I've ever seen, and I didn't mess with the settings. If one of those two low elites are still available at 19, we'll trade up. And one of them will be. Peterson goes to Winnipeg, 60 overall low elite at 17, which is okay. But we'll try to trade up with the Rangers. Let's see if we can get a done deal here with New York. Thank you very much. And with this pick, let's go for the other low elite, Holmes, unless Edward Sanderson's amazing, and he's probably not. Let's go for Jonathan Holmes, the left wing. 61 low elite. No abilities, but hey. Better than the other guy. Better than the other guy. I'm willing to risk it on Sanderson in terms of him being good and us missing out. There is a Leonardo Holtby. Same thing. He's probably okay. Angelo Girard. Same thing. Probably okay. Pasi Markkanen. I mean, more of a shot at being a low elite. 3 out of 4, but still not confirmed. Same for Kyler Sasaki. Oh, Hugo Rue. We have our next target. 66th, Shawinigan. Hugo Rue. Yeah, Hobby Boone and Coleman are off the board. 58 is our next pick after this. So we could go for Sanderson, Holtby, Girard, Markkanen, Sasaki. Is there anybody after Rue? So we could just like take Rue now and then focus on the next guy. Quality really seems to dip. Quality really, really dips after this. So we got to make the choice of do we want to trade the pick or just take one of those other guys. This guy has A+ puck skills at 19. Interesting. Interesting. What about Neil Saugus? It's Jeffrey Walter. Okay. Let me look at those guys again really quickly. So it's Sanderson, who's a pretty big risk, 3 years out, no abilities. Holtby, unconfirmed off the rush, 3 years out. Girard, 3 years out, no abilities. Posse Markkanen would be the guy to take the risk for, hoping that he's actually a low elite. He or Kyler Sasaki. I think we'll trade the pick. Yeah, no reason to not. We can trade down here. God, yeah, we can actually trade away our next 2 seconds. Third and a fourth, 2/3. 2/3 next year as well. Can trade back to the 64th pick, but honestly, 2/3 next year isn't that bad. We'll take the 2/3 from Calgary in next year's draft. That's not bad at all. And then the 58th, 3rd and a 5th, we find a similar deal. 3rd and a 4th. Okay, we're going to keep that pick. The Penguins win the cup. They did not. So pick 58, Galena. There was a goalie and a Grantham. This is the Grantham. Throw all your hands. He was pretty good. Our scouts did not tell us about that guy. All right. So, we'll take the risk on Markkanen or Sasaki. And I'm going to go with Markkanen because he can immediately play in the AHL with the Marlies. So let's go for Posse Markkanen. Shit. Well, we tried. We tried. Well, no doubt this time out, Hugo Rue. Only a 60, but has ankle breaker, all alone, relentless, tricky, and wheels. Jesus. Oh my God. All right. Well, from there are other guys, but I don't think they're worth the risk. So let's scroll down for a bit and see if there's one more big time player that we want to get. Otherwise, we can just kind of let the dominoes fall where they may. Beninen apparently has the really good puck skills, but he's 19. We looked at Saugus before. Looked at Walter before. Stu Tanguay, 20 years old as well. We have Bennett Thomas. No strengths. Love to see it. Aiden Robinson. All right. Well, the window for ridiculous draft steals has apparently been slammed shut in our face. I can't really complain based on how this draft has gone. There are other players to now risk it for, but there isn't that one, like, oh my God, we got to make sure we get this guy type. There's just a bunch of solid players. See what we get later on type of deal. You know? That is all. The playoffs were to end today. Who'd you get the Conn Smythe to? Kachuk or Bobrovsky? Bobrovsky. It would go to Bobrovsky after 3 rounds, but hey. We'll see what the finals bring now, won't we? Okay. Yeah, I don't really care about 3 out of 4. Okay. Next pick is 68th. 3rd round, not really worth in the 3rd round, trading down all that much. So let's see. The next guy we can take a risk on is Jay Franzen of the Acadie Bathurst Titan. He's terrible. Pick number 76. I mean, I own half the fucking 3rd round, so this will take a while. Let's go for goaltender Quentin Wilford. Another medium elite goalie. No abilities for him, but hey. Medium elite goalie, not bad. 2 picks later. Let's go for Venäinen. Matti Venäinen. All of these guys end up being low 6s. That's fucking tragic. Jesus. All right. Who's next? Let's go for Neil Saugus. Son of a bitch. Well, we're not making the most of these third rounders, but hey. It be what it do. Let's risk it on Jeffrey Walter. Nope. Fuck. Not a single one of these 2 out of 4 has ended up wanting to be a low elite this year? Really? What about Stu Tank? I mean, Stu Tank is 20 years old, so fuck that. God. And Pablo Lavallee, we do not need to take anytime soon. Fuck it. Stu Tanguay, come on down. Yep, low 6. Beautiful. Well, let's get this shit show over with, shall we? Let's get this over with. Show me Bennett Thomas. There's a medium 6. Woo. Woot. Anybody else? Let's go for the left defenseman, Gary McLean. Glad to know in modern times, people are still naming their kid Gary. It's a bold strategy. No offense to the Garys out there. Dorian Stamkos, you're quite mid. Next up, it's our boy, Reed Osborne. Nope. Remember when overagers used to be half decent? All right, Dallas McMillan. None of these hope for the best. None of these hope for the best risk picks are working out all that well now, are they? Let's go for Yanni Rask. Nope. I can't believe he didn't have an ability. And then in the 7th round, we will go for Matthias Ekholm. Now look, he is 20 years old and only a 57. But this is the type of player, one season on the top line in the AHL, this guy could end up just skyrocketing in terms of overall. He could be. He could be that good. Overall, that was one of the most ridiculous drafts I've seen in terms of overall prospect quality. We obviously did very well for ourselves, and we kept a lot of last season's core intact. But cap space is going to be a problem. Goalie-wise, obviously we moved on from Barneson. We're going to drop Matt Murray. We'll roll with these 3 goalies for the moment until we see what's up in free agency. Defensively, we'll obviously qualify Dickinson and Carpenter. We have to sign Hartman to his ELC. Kostopoulos will probably end up being... Kostopoulos is probably going to be signed too. He's NHL ready. We're signing Kostopoulos to his ELC. We'll qualify Panay. Got to sign Roloff to his ELC. We'll qualify Schultz. Can't sign Crooks yet. Louis Boudreau can be signed for Marley's purposes. Even Drake O'Brien from Red Deer, he's okay for an AHLer. Reardon is trash. Sorry, Howard. Be gone. Be gone. Then we ended up with a lot of not good. So yeah, Colborne, Darnell Nurse, they're the big problem players for us defensively. On the wing, we're going to be dropping Marchenko. Again, he was a draft day pickup, just solely to complete a trade. Weeks and Clapperton get qualified. Hebert, you are gone because you are bad. Left wing, got to qualify Perry. Matches Kuba, for some reason, is only showing up as an 86. Got to qualify him anyway. Wellwood has to be signed, so yep, tough decisions coming up on the left wing. Qualify Makula. Wagner cannot be signed yet. The low elite Jonathan Holmes, he'll be there with the Marlies, who got traded. Primarily Barneson so far. Hugo Rue will be with Shawinigan for a while. Dylan Donaghy, you're not good enough for us to sign, buddy. Sorry. And then at center, Jared McCann, we're going to drop. We'll qualify Lume. We're going to drop Zibanejad. Mateo Shantz is worth signing. Either he gets sent back to junior or he makes the NHL team. We'll drop Monahan, who is a waiver pickup. Callie Pedersen goes straight to the Marlies top line. Franzen, I'm not worried about. Matthias Ekholm. Were Ekholm and Pedersen teammates? They were. They were both with Lexans. That's cool. That's cool. And Bennett Thomas, who played for Davos. There you go. All right. So, bunch of entry-level contracts, qualifying offers. $27.8 million. $27.8 million. Davos, we brought in somebody from your hockey program. Isn't that nice of us? $27.8 million. Colborne was absolutely insane this season as a Leaf. Plus 13 in 19 regular season games, a plus 19 in 16 playoff games. He wants a lot of fucking money. Darnell Nurse wants a lot of fucking money. Based off of who we already have signed, we know that Cam York can potentially play the other side. We have Dickinson on the left. He's fine in a top four role. We have Bouchard on the right. Carpenter on the left, who needs to play a top four role. So that's immediately an issue on the left. Hartman right now is a top six role. Might easily be a top four by the start of the season. Same for Costo. Mr. Kostopoulos. Panay on the right. Roloff, we don't think will be NHL level yet, but yeah, people have to go. And that's without signing Colborne or Darnell Nurse. There's really no reason to sign Darnell Nurse, but he was fantastic for us this season. He really was. Wasn't quite as good as he was in his last year in Edmonton, but holy shit, he and Colborne were a cheat code together. But if we keep them, it would be York, Bouchard, Nurse, Colborne, Hartman, Kostopoulos, with Dickinson, Carpenter, and Panay all getting traded. Is it worth the risk? Obviously, we'd free up cap space by certain moves. But then again, not really, because a lot of the guys we're trying to move are RFAs. 1 year deal for Colborne, $10 million. And a 1 year deal for Darnell Nurse. Yeah, we're looking at $16 million of the $27 million available. Colborne also won't be willing to take a discount. He wants to get paid. So we're going to let go of Colborne and Darnell Nurse, at least for the moment. That was an amazing pairing for us last year, and I hate that they're gone. But for the moment, they have to be. So we got a lot of big money RFAs coming up here. And I have to figure out what I still want to do with the RFAs, too. Like defensively, Dickinson. Like this is the year to either sign Dickinson to a big contract or don't sign him at all. Actually, he's got 1 RFA year left. 1. So this would be the final year to try and keep him for cheap unless he accepts the qualifying offer. We're going to play hardball with quite a few of these guys and try to wait them out. Lose an assistant coach, lose a scout. Nobody accepted? Wow. Nobody accepted before the start of free agency. That's a rarity. Top free agents available, RFA-wise, it's quite a few of our guys, but Caswell's up there, Nemec. Top UFAs, Shabbat, Colborne. We might... Oh, we won't. I was going to say we might have room to do something, but I don't think we do, really.